It's time for the match game. Hollywood Square, our Wiz from Love Boat, Fred Grandy. From Scarecrow and Mrs. King, Martha Smith. McLean Stevenson. Edie McClurg. Winslow. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Square's hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Where is he? Let us at him. Where is he? He's back here. I'll get him. Let us at him. You say hello. I'm going to go get him.
All right, you get him.
Okay.
Beat him about the head and shoulders with your microphone. That was crazy,
Boy, that
Fred
sure
Grandy.
gives me a pick-me-up.
Well, this is the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, and we're off to another romp, are we?
I guess so.
All right, now we want to ask you to join us, if you would please, with a brisk round of applause as we say hello to our celebrated stars. Hello, stars. Dear me. Don't let him touch you with that pencil because...
It's too late. He's all
Who's
over
going to
me.
know? Look, I got it with my
because
pencil.
it's indelible. It'll never... Somebody put some on my skin once and it wouldn't come off there.
Oh, yeah? It's not indelible. Look.
Listen.
Tastes good.
Did you take the pills like I told you?
Yes, I did, Mr.
He's going to calm down in a moment or so. He'll be all right.
My runner.
I forgot to mention on yesterday's show, you have some films, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Now, very quickly, can you tell us about
I got films.
Well, he's got some feature films that you can look forward to. What are they?
One is with Steve Guttenberg and Bubba Smith called Police Academy, out in '84.
No plugs, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm working with Jamie Lee Curtis in Grandview, USA.
Ah.
Yes, and Vincent Spano from The Black Stallion Returns and Rumblefish in a new one called Alphabet City.
You are one busy guy. I'm glad you found time to come here and do this.
Having fun, everybody.
Yeah.
Life is good.
What do? You do the sound effects and all this stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you're not an actor or anything like that.
You want to have a little music? Everybody clap your hands like this. Come on. Okay, who's this? Yeah? All right.
You got it. Thank you very much.
The Vienna Boys Choir.
All right, now let's keep the applause going while we say hello to Mike Katina and Antonio Lau. Welcome. Now, Mike, let's find out about you, if you please.
Well, my name's Mike Katina. You already said that.
Yeah, I said that, Mike.
Yeah. Originally
You're
from
not
Chicago.
listening, Mike. You got to listen.
Originally from Chicago, Illinois. I live in Thousand Oaks. I just finished 4 years on the road with the Harlem Globetrotters as their announcer, and I do radio work right now.
No kidding.
No kidding.
That sounds interesting to me. I love the Harlem Globetrotters. I think they're fabulous. I played basketball with them once, many years ago. All right, Antonia, tell us about you, please.
I also am originally from Chicago.
Really?
And I work...
So am I. I'm from Chicago. Isn't that amazing? Here the three of us are. All three of us from Chicago. It's a small world.
Yes,
we must get together often like this. Just the three of us. All the Chicago kids. Okay. Go ahead, Antonia.
I work as a fitness instructor. I'm an aspiring actress and singer. I'm an avid reader, and I love bodybuilding.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have a terrific body?
I try to work on it.
Come over here. Step down over here, right here in front of everybody. Right over here. Presto.
In Fred's spot.
Yes. I agree. You wouldn't lie to me. You didn't lie to me. You're a very attractive, tall, erect, you have wonderful posture.
Just like
And you got great muscles. All right, back in the chair there. Thank you, Antonia. You're a very lovely lady. Good luck to both of you. Let's begin. You'll each have 3 chances to match as many of the doodle bugs as you possibly can. The one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner and go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Mike, you won the toss. You go first, A or B, if you please.
Let's go with B.
B it is. Anything you say? Helen said, I just discovered why Bill has such bad breath. His mustache was transplanted from a blank. Yadapa. Okay, very good.
I've got 3 here. I'm just deciding.
All right.
No, I don't like that.
Mike and Tina. Sure. Ready, Michael? Okay.
Okay.
Helen said, I just discovered why Bill has such bad breath. His mustache was transplanted from a blank.
A blank's real good.
You're drawing a blank. Take a deep breath and think about it.
Okay. Let's say a dog.
A dog. Yeah. He drew a blank.
Yep.
That happens here sometimes.
Oh, well.
Listen, it looks easy from where you're sitting, but you come up here and try it. No, don't leave your seats. It's harder when you come up here. It's easy at home, and when you're sitting there, hello, Martha.
Very
darling.
hard. Hello.
Yeah, how are you? I love your outfit.
Oh, thank you. I have something worse than dog. They're going to love this. This is a hard one. A walrus.
That's a
walrus.
great answer. That's a great answer. What other animal has a mustache?
And smells bad.
Right. Cat. It was so good, I copied right off it. I
You
said,
did? Oh, yeah, very good. Okay, walrus has a mustache and probably has bad breath, according to our standards, Michael.
Dog? You said dog?
Dog. That is scary. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Why Bill has such bad breath? His mustache was transplanted from a...
Well, if somebody has a bad breath, it's because he had himself a garlic salad.
Transplanted from a garlic plant.
Hey, watch out, break your legs.
All right, John.
routines, less dumb answers. Yes, Gene.
Dog is what she's looking for.
Yeah, Helen
Mustache
said.
is transplanted from a dog.
Is that your wife, Helen?
No.
Do you have a wife, Helen?
Yes, I do have
I
a
know
wife,
you
Helen.
did.
Very lovely woman.
I as well said walrus.
Everyone said walrus and kind of the mustache thing there.
No walrus is
Hello, Edie.
Yes, this was our summer for SeaWorld, and Merv Jr. and the kids and I, we went down and we said hello and kissed a walrus.
You did? All right.
Real bad breath.
Had a lot of those, Mike.
Hey, man, who's this lady, man?
You know, I too am from Chicago, from the movie Who Cares?
That's right.
But
You must come to our reunion. Shall we invite him to our reunion?
why not?
Okay, you're invited.
It is still the windiest city in the world, is it not?
It is.
Do you know that one time the wind stopped blowing in Chicago and everybody fell down? I said a skunk.
Good.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay. Now, Antonia, this is yours. Let's see what it says. Henrietta the hen got so depressed. Oh. Well, I'm going to tell you. She blanked herself to death. That's how depressed she was.
Good thing you can't see
All right, everybody ready but Michael? Ready, Michael? All right, Antonia. Henrietta the hen got so depressed, she blanked herself to death.
She laid herself.
She laid herself to death. She kept laying so many eggs that she just, wow, ran out of energy. A perfectly logical response, in my opinion, Martha.
In your opinion, Gene.
Yeah.
Well, I said she laid herself.
All right, there's one for Antonia. Yes, sir?
I don't want this show to resolve into dirt now. So I said laid, but I also said laid. So,
All right, either way. All right. Now, you were the last one to finish. Did you come up with a good one?
Well, you gotta understand, you ever heard the phrase henpecked?
Henpecked. Oh, that's interesting. Henpecked herself to death.
Yeah, you don't like it, you know what you can do.
All right, John. Henrietta Hen got so depressed she blanked herself to death.
I don't know why I wrote this, Gene. Other than that, you know, it is a function on the show to give a dumb answer and get booed, you know, and get it out of the audience's system. I said clucked.
Don't boo that. That's a good answer.
You like it?
No, don't boo that. Don't boo that.
Yeah, but hey, it's nice for them to express themselves.
Clucked, laid, and all of those pecked,
But you
all of
can't
those
cluck
things.
yourself
All
to death.
functions of a hen are good responses here.
Yeah,
Right,
pick a little
Edie?
tuck, a little pick, a little tuck, a little pick, pick, pick. Pick a little.
Oh, all right. She pecked herself to death. Here's a farmer boy from just outside Chicago.
this will settle it.
That's right. And I've myself seen this many times personally. Laid herself to death.
Right. All right. 3 for Antonia. So there we are at the end of round 1. 3-0. Antonia's favor. Round 2 coming up later. Now this. Second round coming up. I push the button, reveal the round 2 questions. Antonio, you're ahead. The rule says you must go first.
I'm going to take B.
All right. This is what B says. We asked this question. Did you hear about the new prison in Beverly Hills?
No. Really?
Would you like to hear about it? Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I would much like to, yes.
The cells have blank bars. Or the cells have blank bars. It's up to you.
By yourself.
Play by myself.
This is the answer.
Ready, Michael?
I'll trade you.
All right, here we go. Antonio, did you hear about the new prison in Beverly Hills? The cells have blank bars.
Gold.
Gold bars. Well, gold bars. A couple of good possibilities here, and she came up with one of them. What do you say?
That's a very creative answer, dear.
It is.
But I myself chose velvet bars.
Velvet. All right.
Everybody knows everyone's Seville in Beverly Hills has Perrier water in it.
What did you choose, John?
I have what she's looking for Mr. Gold Bar.
All right. Antonio now has 4. Here's your average American housewife.
Yes, Yeah, you know, a little ammonia on this, so clean it right up and make it shiny. So bright, so bright, so bright. Gold bar.
Yes, right. And you get a little household tip with it, too. Okay, McLean.
I'm sorry?
Yes, you don't play.
No, I didn't
play.
play.
Oh, you did. You matched.
He wasn't even paying attention.
Hey, listen, she has 5 now, doesn't she? All right. This is yours, Mike. A little chance for you to catch up here. Fat Fred is so fat.
Hey, wait a minute.
You're a little slow, friends. A little slow. Fat Fred is so fat, when he walked into the all-you-can-eat restaurant, the owner blinked. There it is. You ready up here? Okay, here we go. Mike.
What are you doing?
Fat Fred is so fat, when he walked into the all-you-can-eat restaurant, the owner blinked.
Fainted.
Fainted. Good response, Mike. Okay, he said fainted.
You said what?
Fainted.
Fainted.
Yes.
That's rather good. That's pretty good. You want to know what I said, I guess?
Yes, I do. How about dinner tonight, Fred?
Hey, give me that.
What? No, he closed.
He closed the restaurant.
He closed the restaurant.
Now everybody's going to know.
All right.
What?
We're up to you.
Oh, matching. Right.
Skinny Fred, it's your turn.
I said the owner cried.
The owner cried. All right, so those good responses all respond good. Michael?
Hey, well, I'll tell you, they made that fat. The owner he left.
He walked out. All right. No match there, Mike,
Nobody
with some
that's
good
better than
answers.
me.
Yours was good, too. We got a lot of good choices here. John, what is yours?
I thought it was awfully good. Fainted.
Yeah.
Fainted. Okay, Mike. You get on the scoreboard.
All right.
Edie, you walked in the all-you-can-eat restaurant, the owner fainted.
Well, in the South, they get the vapors, but from Chicago, they fainted.
Right. 2 for Fred. Mike. McLean.
I too said fainted.
Very good.
Yeah, sure.
5-3 to score. Last round coming up in a moment or so, but right now we have this for you. Down here for the 3rd and final round. And Antonio, you're still ahead, so that means you have to go first again.
I'm going to pick A.
All right. Your choice. Gunther, who plays here?
Only Michael.
Oh, Michael, you're the only one.
Just me.
Just you. Ready, here it is. Gunther is really a greaser. Not only does he grease the hair on his head, he also greases the hair on his blank.
No.
Gunther is really a greaser.
Have they slowed the band down or changed songs? It looks like the band has actually gone to sleep.
All righty.
Hey, listen, I'll trade you 1 chicken for 1 pig.
Put it in a slot, Michael. Antonio. Gunther is really a greaser. Not only does he grease the hair on his head, he also greases the hair on his blank.
Legs.
Legs. All right. He had very hairy legs, according to Antonio, and he greased the hair on his legs. What do you say?
The trouble with most greasers is, I never see their legs because they usually walk around with their shirts open. Chest, I said.
Chest. Really good. Is that your second choice? No. So arms is your second choice. All right. Now, Mike, you need 2 to tie and 3 to win. Here we go. The upper tier plays, the lower tier lays out. All yours over here. Ready? This is it. Mary said, "My husband, the astronaut, thinks about his job all the time. He even yells, 'Over and out,' when he finishes blanking." All right.
Don't want you seeing that kind of stuff, Edie. It's not good for you.
Ready, Michael?
Too late.
Here we go. Mary said, "My husband, the astronaut, thinks about his job all the time. He even yells 'over and out' when he finishes blanking."
Making love.
Making love. All right. So, there's a chance to catch up because I think it's a rather splendid answer and a wonderful idea.
These two didn't even know we were sleazy on this show, did they?
No.
Making love.
There it is. 5-4 the score. One more will give us a tie.
I guess she always calls him Roger, too.
All right. We now have a tie game. One more, Mike, and you win the game. But here you come. We had
You never know, dude.
weird Michael over here.
Well, we may not be in the same communication lines there because usually before one does go into space, he tries to finish eating.
Over and out.
You're always thinking about it.
Over and out, Michael.
All right. So that we have a tie now. I have to go to the tiebreaker, and we'll do that right now. I push this button, reveal the tie-breaking question. This is it. God is my blank. God is my blank. Now, in front of you here, but out of sight of our celebrities, are 4 good answers to that question. Your seats were determined by lot, and the rule is, Antonia, that you go first. You may pick what you think is the best answer to this, God is my blank, and don't say any words, just give me the number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do you want?
Number 2.
All right. I will give that to you. And Mike, now you may choose one. Which do you think of the remaining ones? Would you
Number
like?
4.
He wants number 4. All right, I'm going to whip back over here to our celebrities and ask them to give me verbal responses to this God is my blank. And as soon as you hear your answer, let me know. Martha, you're first. How would you fill in that blank? God is my...
Walrus. Witness.
God is my witness. All right, come on down, Mike. Right here, if you would, please. She had Savior. Savior was hers. Well, Antonia, it was a pleasure to meet you. We're going to send some gifts your way. Thanks for being here in the Nets game. Antonia Lau, ladies and gentlemen. There she goes. Are you going to keep that as a souvenir? Might as well. Let's step over here. It's time now to switch to Hollywood Squares. Here comes the rest of our set. A very dramatic sight, in my opinion. And we're going to bring on 3 more celebrities. I'll change places with John Bauman, the host of Hollywood Squares. We've got lots more excitement coming up here. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Hitachi's 13-inch diagonal table model color TV. 100% solid state, low power consumption, special signal tracker system, memory fine tuning, 70-position UHF tuner furnished by Hitachi. It's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Square. Our with from Trapper John, MD, Charles Siebert. Witter. Jay Leno. And taking over, the star of the Hollywood Square, John Bauman.
Okay, stop. We will be right back. You come back.
And now, John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
All right, people. Welcome to the second half of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, and here he is. Mike Katina has got us his witness. Mike has survived the Match Game competition. Nicely done. We also have 3 new celebrities. We have Jay Leno and Karen Witter and Charlie Siebert. Jay Leno, you're from the Boston area. Now you live in California. Which do you prefer?
I like it out. You know what's strange? I don't know. You're from back east, aren't you?
I'm from that part, well, all over.
See, out here, the beach is on the wrong side, which makes it a little difficult.
Yes. The sun keeps setting in the wrong place.
Yeah, you can go off to the beach, you wind up in Wyoming, which gets very odd.
Well, if this kind of reasoning prevails, we could have a hard time in Hollywood Squares, but let's give it a try anyway. Here we go. And before we get into the game, we have the pleasure of reacquainting ourselves with Diane Hydorn, who thus far in her stay on our show has amassed $55,850.
That's wonderful.
Are you pinching yourself yet, Diane?
I can't believe it. It's great.
I suppose it must be a wonderful feeling.
It's great. Just great.
Who have you told in your family about this so far? Anyone that you made a special call to?
I called my mom and some friends.
Terrific. Okay, well, you got another crack at some more money today playing Hollywood Squares, and we're going to play it until we hear the Time's Up bell. Whoever's ahead at that point, of course, is our winner and goes on to play Super Match for up to $30,000. Now, each square, our first game is worth $100, and each square in it is worth $25. Our champion always gets to start, which means you, Diane, you're familiar with this process. Take a good look at these people, pick a square, and let's go.
I'm always lucky with Jean. I'll pick Jean.
So far, so good. You have been lucky.
Jean.
Who wrote the book, The 7 Deadly Sins, Jean? Was it Mickey Spillane or Billy Graham?
Well, Mickey Spillane wrote The 7 Deadly Sins. Everyone knows that.
Agree or disagree, Diane, that Mickey Spillane wrote The 7 Deadly Sins?
I'm going to disagree.
Billy Graham wrote The 7 Deadly Sins. You're not only lucky, you are good. You get the first square. And $25, by the way. Mike Katina, pick a star.
Michael.
All right. Michael Winslow. In Australia, what are there more of, women or sheep?
Right, mate, it's a good question, ain't it? I don't know. Let's see, right, let me think for a minute here.
Some might say it doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right,
I mean, if you're looking for a wool sweater.
Right. Well, that's why you think the ocean's on the wrong side anyway, mate. Right. I think there's more sheep, actually. Because on the Falkland Islands, there are more sheep than there are people there.
It's Australia, not Argentina.
On the Falklands, there are more sheep on the Falkland Islands than there are people.
I should stay out of this. It's not even.
Okay, never mind, Fred. Thanks
There are,
anyway.
Mike. I mean, you know.
Michael Winslow says
there are more sheep in Australia than there are people.
Says that there are more sheep, and we escaped without the sheep imitation. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
There are, in fact, more sheep. Now you can do it. You get the square at $25.
A lot of them go on to become Los Angeles lambs.
All right, Diane, pick a star.
Edie, please.
Edie McClurg.
Yes.
According to the book, The New Rules, what percentage of American adults believe that a woman should be a virgin when she gets married? Is it 75%, 35%, or 5%?
Oh, cow. And the book is The New Rules.
Right.
It's a shame, but I'm going to say 35%.
Agree or disagree that 35% of American adults still believe a woman should be a virgin when she gets married?
I disagree.
It is 35%. No, in this case, you should have agreed, and your opponent gets the square.
Edie
was
it's
right.
a shame it's not 5%?
Don't ask Charlie.
Can we get any names?
What was the answer?
How about some
35% was the
phone
answer. Michael, pick a star.
From Chicago, McLean.
McLean Stevenson. Something special recently happened to 13 elderly men at a nursing home in New York. Did they all become Girl Scouts? Or were they arrested for starring in a porno movie?
Yes.
He says yes, Mike. Agree or disagree?
No.
Yes,
I
McLean.
have to tell you which one of those two they did.
Yes.
Yes, that was funny. It was in Yonkers. 13 guys that for most of the time they'd been chewing plastic food for something else to do, just to fill the time. They actually did a porno film.
Mike, McLean says that these 13 elderly men did a porno film. Agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
They all became Girl Scouts. You should have disagreed, and your opponent gets that square. All right, interesting game. Nothing much really happening so far.
Girl Scouts.
Diane, take a good look at this
kind of
motley
cookies are they
board and
selling?
pick a star. Yeah, next there, I don't know.
Wrinkled throat.
I'm going to go with Fred.
Fred Grandy.
Now what? What?
According to a recent survey of male college graduates, did the majority say that they had their first romantic encounter with a woman they loved and expected to marry? Or did most of them say it was with someone else?
You know what you call a porno film that 13 old guys appear in?
No, Fred.
Wrinkled throat. Now, your question, John. You're a fine host, and I want more people to know this. I didn't hear the question. I was thinking of my
figured as
joke.
much. Yes, you were busy thinking of that joke. Okay, it's a recent survey of male college graduates. The majority say that they had their first romantic encounter with a woman they loved and expected to marry, or did most of them say it was just someone else?
I think it was someone else.
I think it was anyone else.
Yeah. I think it was each other.
Agree or disagree, Diane, that it was someone else, not a woman they loved?
I'm going to disagree.
It was, in fact, with someone else. No, you should have agreed with Fred. And
names,
Mike
please.
gets that square. Okay, Mike, there's a break for you. Pick a star.
Martha to win.
Martha Smith.
Yeah.
You and your husband are about to have breakfast, according to good housekeeping. Is it all right for you to come to the table in your bathrobe, or should you dress first?
How long have we been married? According to good housekeeping. Are we still married?
It's not in this circle.
All right, not in this game. It's perfectly
Or
fine.
you can wear the
for-
car seats like you have on now.
It's the end of the week. The low blows are beginning at the end of the week.
You done blew your date, man.
According to good housekeeping, it's perfectly fine to come down in my lovely bathrobe for breakfast with my husband, who I've been intimate with for a long, long time.
For the first game, Mike, agree or disagree that it's okay to come to the table in your bathrobe?
I'll agree.
It is okay to come to the table in your bathrobe. You're right to agree. You get the square, and then you win the first game. That gives you $200. 50 so far for our defending champion, but there's time left. We will be back to play our $200 game right after this.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now, back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Sit down now. Behave. Thank you. And welcome back. We are ready to start our $200 game. Once again, $25 for every square either of you captures. The last game was won by Mike. Diane, you get to start this one. Pick a star.
Charles, please.
All right. Charlie Siebert.
At long last, I was getting a nosebleed up here.
Charlie from Trapper John, MD. You're an average adult. Which weighs more, your head today or your whole body on the day you were born?
Head today or whole body on the day I was born? Okay, well, I was about 8.5 pounds when I was born, and my head weighs about 20 pounds, so my head weighs more.
Charlie says your head today weighs more than your whole body when you were born. Agree or disagree, Diane?
I agree.
Your head today, it weighs more. You are right to agree, and you get the first square and $25. Mike's
man has
15. You
weighed
got a
his
lead,
head.
but nothing's comfortable in this game. Pick a
Man
star.
has weighed his head.
Jay Leno.
Jay.
That's using your head.
Having
on a
nothing
scale.
to do.
Jay, in California, which sex
lonely.
frequents nude beaches more often?
Which sex? You know what's amazing about the nude beach? And this is true. Do you know they actually have nude vendors? Can you imagine buying food from a nude 350-pound man? Get your hot dogs here. You know, hot dog doesn't taste the same at the beach.
Yeah, well, show me your baby Ruth.
Want to hold that tray a little higher, fella? Yeah, I think there are more women that frequent the nude beach than men.
How do you know?
Mike, if you could concentrate. Jay said that more women frequent nude beaches. Agree or disagree?
I'll disagree.
More men frequent nude beaches. You are right to disagree. You get the square. We got an X. We got to know. We got a champion who's got to pick a star.
Michael.
Not only that, they
Michael Winslow.
Me?
You.
Yes.
He owns a restaurant called the Hog's Breath Inn.
Yep.
Is he Rodney Dangerfield, Billy Carter, or Clint Eastwood?
The Hog's Breath
In.
Inn. Well, You watch your mouth there, sugar. Hog's breath in. Hog's breath in. Is it Clint Eastwood?
Rodney Dangerfield, Billy Carter, Clint Eastwood. And it's an hour show.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I think Billy Carter would be the one on that.
Okay, Billy Carter?
Yep.
Agree or disagree that it's Billy Carter? Diane?
Oh, I disagree.
It is Clint Eastwood. You are right
Very
to
good.
disagree, and you get that square.
I don't even know.
Okay, 2 X's for her, Mike. Make your move.
McLean, Stevenson to block.
If you miss this one, however, Diane will win the game. McLean, you have no food in the house except for a box of Milk-Bone dog biscuits.
How did you know that?
You're too lazy to go shopping, so all you eat the whole weekend is dog biscuits.
Right.
Will you remain perfectly healthy, or will you become sick as a dog?
Notwithstanding the fact that I probably would go to the fire hydrant, which is at the corner a lot, and then come back and probably bring in the newspaper, I would be just healthy as ever. That stuff's not too bad, as a matter of fact.
Fetch my slippers, McLean.
Mike, he says you remain perfectly healthy if you eat a lot of dog biscuits. Agree or disagree to block?
I'll agree.
You will remain healthy. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square and you block. And we will return to complete this thrilling game. It's 250 to 100 right after these messages. 250 for the challenger, 100 for the champ, but it's the champ's turn. Take a good look at the board and pick a star for me, Diane.
I'm going to go with Fred to block.
Fred
Right.
the Block.
If you
You know,
miss
this
this
room
one,
looks like it's made out of Legos. It does. Looks like you got Duplo building blocks in here.
if you miss this one, Diane, Mike takes yet another game. Fred, you may not have noticed this, but the Campbell Soup Kids have changed. After 78 years on the can.
78 years in the can?
On the can.
I changed too.
There's more to this. After 78 years on the can, has the little girl gotten thinner, or has she developed bosoms?
Oh, come on, please. The Campbell Soup Kids, actually, they shared a bosom for many years. And finally, she was allowed to have breasts because the kids that grew up with that had breasts too. What the women had, I don't know. But actually, the Campbell Soup Kids now have bosoms, about 6 of them.
Says the Campbell Soup Kids have bosoms. Agree or disagree, Diane, to block?
I'm going to disagree.
They have gotten thinner. You were right to disagree, and you do block. Well done.
Interesting.
Mike Katina, your move.
Go with Gene Rayburn to block.
Right. You missed this one, Diane takes the game. Gene,
Yes,
in an Indiana survey of 7,000 American and Japanese workers, who were more satisfied with their jobs? The Americans or the Japanese? Indiana University survey.
Indiana University did this.
Yes. Who were more satisfied with their jobs, Americans or the Japanese?
They surveyed several industries and factories there.
Yes,
whether
presumably.
Americans or Japanese. Now, are these Japanese who are working in this country? Are these illegal aliens?
Stop the clock. We don't know. They're, well,
Japanese
they are
workers in
Japanese
Japan.
Okay.
Do you know in Japan it is against the law to yell Godzilla in a crowded theater? Yes, it is.
Glenn, show us your 20-pound head.
That's funny.
Well, no, I've read some studies on this, and the system they have over there makes the Japanese worker far more satisfied than the average American worker in a factory.
This is for you to block. Agree or disagree that the Japanese are more satisfied? Mike?
I agree.
The Americans are more satisfied. Believe it or not, your opponent gets the square, and your opponent wins that game. All right, Diane, you're making a habit of this, of charging from behind. You got 350 to 250. We're going to clear the board and move on to the next game. $300 this one is worth. The last game was won by Diane. That means Mike gets to start this one. I was dumbfounded by that last answer myself. I had to look at it twice. Okay, pick a star for me, Mike.
Fred.
Fred Grandy. Close game, every 25 bucks counts. Fred, who makes love more frequently, married couples or unmarried couples who live together?
Why do I get all these lovemaking questions? Why can't I get questions about Japanese and Americans like Gene gets?
Because you like it
Because
special,
they know you
know?
have to guess.
Okay.
You like it different.
I think that that couples that live together that are not married make love more often. But I
Agree
think
or
they
disagree?
make love to married couples.
I'll agree.
So
Agree or disagree with that, Mike?
my question...
Couples who live together make love more
the
frequently.
couples that
You are
live
right.
together make love more with each other than married couples do alone.
We're already through the question, and he agreed with you, and he got the square. Well done.
Wait a minute, who answered?
Pay attention, Fred. Ah, that bell means time is up with $350. She has done it again. Diane Hydorn, the fifth day in a row, you're our champ. It's that same pattern. You get behind, and then you charge back in about the second game, and you make it. Fifth time, go over and join Gene Rayburn, get set for another shot at the big money, as if $55,850 wasn't enough. Oh, Mike. You have run into just an amazing champion. I think you're a very good player yourself. You do have $275. Nice going, good job. Thanks for playing Match Game Hollywood Squares. And now, Gene Rayburn.
Okay, John, congratulations once again to Diane. It is her fifth time up here. And we'll be back with our 9 celebrities to see how Diane does at the shot of the big money right after this.
Now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
All right, Gene, thank you very much. Diane is up here for the 5th time, and as it has been explained to her, as she well knows, the rules say that 5 times is the maximum one is allowed to come up here. So as she begins this last super match for her, we all wish her well and hope that she goes all the way for the $30,000.
Absolutely.
Here we go, Diane. We polled a recent studio audience and said, write down your best answer to this blank guide. Top answer, remember, is worth $1,000. Second most popular, $500. Third, $250. Now, any 3 of the 9 celebrities may offer their assistance to you at this point. Whom do you want to call on?
Edie.
TV guide.
TV guide is 1.
John.
Next, I'd say tour guide, I think.
Tour guide is 1.
Charles.
Girl guide.
Girl guide? That's what they call Girl Scouts in England. They're called girl guides. All right. So you have girl guide, tour guide, and TV guide. You want to choose one of those or think up one of your own?
I'm going with tour guide.
Tour guide is what she's after here. All right, let's see where tour guide is. Let's find out if it's under the $250 response. Indian guide. Let's take a look at the $500 response. Tour guide is yours for the $500. All right, audience, what do you think is on top?
TV.
TV guide? Okay, let's slide it right now. TV, according to the audience, is up there. Now, Diane, you've got $500. You're going to play the head-to-head match with any star you pick. And remember, each star has a number in front. I'm explaining this for the benefit of our viewers. Behind those red and white cars are 10s, 20s, and 30s. One star only has a 30. If you choose that one, we're going to multiply your $500 by 30, which means you'll be playing for $15,000. Time now to pick a star.
I've been lucky with John, so I'm going back to John.
She's been lucky with you, so she's going to have a go with you, John. All right, let's reveal John's number. A 10. All right, that means you're playing to head for $5,000. That means you will have over $60,000 total if this works for you. Let's find out right now. Good luck to you. Here it is. Welcome, blank. Welcome, blank. Boing. John's ready. Diane, how do you match him with this blank here? Welcome.
I'm going to say Matt.
Welcome, Matt. All right, there's one in front of almost every door, every house I've ever seen. John, she says, welcome, Matt. Matches you for the $5,000. What do you say?
That was the other one. Welcome home.
Welcome home. Welcome home. Well, that buzzer sounds a little harsh, but it really isn't too bad for you because you have a total of $56,700, and that's not bad. Come back for a final word right after these messages. Now we're all curious to see which celebrity had the big 3-0. Would you all grab your tabs and pull right now? Who had it? Jay Leno had it. Big 3-0 was there. All right. Stars, you were splendid. Just splendid, and we thank you one and all. Listen, it's a shame. Hide Karen's light under a bushel. Karen, would you step over here, please?
Please,
Right
can
here.
you take a little
You
walk
want
down
some
the
to
stairs?
say a stately walk
She
down
didn't
the
get a
stairs.
question
She didn't get a question, and she needs a little airtime because no one pays any attention to her. And we thought we'd just walk right up here, and yes, all the way out here. And
I did just want to point out that. I did just want to point out that I have a dress just like this, and I was going to wear it until I realized that Karen was wearing hers. Yeah.
Sequence one. Listen, the rest of you are okay too.
This has been one of our better weeks, wouldn't you say? Because there haven't been many of them.
You're all invited back sometime to the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hours.
Thank you very
Once
much.
again, our congratulations to Diane with over $56,000. Join us Monday for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hours. Gene Rayburn saying goodbye for John Bauman. And what's his name?
I'll say goodbye for myself. Goodbye.
A member of our studio audience will receive Quasar combines a miniaturized radio cassette unit with a compact headphone stereo. The result is the stylish and versatile double play, furnished by Quasar. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.